getting paid to go to this convention.
Yeah, and it's like, well, she because this happened a few years ago with one of the doctors from Doctor Who. I don't know.
Okay.
And he was in a Terminator movie.
Okay.
And so the day before he was supposed to show up, he cancels, and they say, "Oh, well, it's not his fault. He has to be in a movie." And it's like he found out he had to be in this movie a day ago. Like he's filming this movie this weekend. That's when photography starts, and he can only let you know now.
Yeah, I feel like that's gotta be
shady here.
That's gotta be the promoters going, well, no, we're only going to announce his not being there the day before, so we can sell as many tickets right up until the date of.
Yeah, and then we'll say no refunds. Sorry, not even sorry. They don't even want to say sorry because that would be admitting fault of their own.
Yeah.
Now they're just saying, but look at all these other great actors. Here's Worf. here's the guy who. Oh, who else do they have? They have such terrible people at the Montreal Comic Con.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like
they're trying. They're getting better
every year, and I go, "Oh, that's a bunch of people I still don't want to see."
Yeah.
And then I go, "Oh, well, that comic writer, that's a good get, I guess." But honestly, whenever I see the comic guys, because I feel like they don't get out that often. They're not like actors globe-trotting, going to different locales. These like, especially the artists, like they spend 90% of their lives in their homes drawing.
Yeah.
And so when it's like, oh, they'll pay you to go to Montreal for the weekend, you're like, oh yeah, I'll bring my wife or whatever. We'll go have a weekend in Montreal or whatever other city is willing to invite us.
Yeah.
That's a nice little vacation every now and again.
But they just have to sit at a table and draw on command.
Yeah.
It's like, here's $10, draw.
Yes, but then they have the evenings to themselves.
I guess. Sure.
Those things are done at like 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the problems I have. I'm
Those
not
are like commission sketches too. They could be like, I'm getting paid like $60 a drawing, and that's going to take me a half hour.
Yeah, and but see that like
decent money.
The artists and stuff. I'm okay with them charging money. I'm not okay with, and I'm okay with the actors charging money for a photo and a signature. It's just not all
really
of it.
Either.
But I
don't like that. I've never paid money to get a photo taken with someone.
It seems like I've done it.
Because I think that's fucked up.
And it doesn't feel. I mean, it's not genuine, but it also doesn't feel like you actually got a photo with them. It feels like you paid for a photo with them, which you did.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, at that point, why don't I just Photoshop myself into
get a cardboard
place
cutout
with them?
Yeah.
Like it would mean the same thing. It would have the same meaning to me.
It's not like you met, you had this fantastic conversation at a restaurant, and you were like, "Well, it was very nice meeting you. Do you mind if I take a photo with you so I can remember this conversation?"
Yeah.
No, because in this social media age, people just want to get a photo and share it on their Instagram stories. Follow us on Instagram at Burger Edition, Facebook.com/Burger Edition, and Twitter at Burger Edition.
Very convenient name. Everything is at Burger Edition.
Yeah.
A photo is supposed to be something to remember the time, that experience of. Now I get a photo of this guy. Like it looks like a professionally shot school background.
Is it a professionally shot photo?
It is. Well,
it's not just like hand your friend your phone.
No,
and we'll shake hands.
No. You go to this place that's like lit from the front, and it's like a marble background.
So weird.
And it looks very staged. It looks like you went to a photography place to get it done. It's like, here's a memory of that time you paid $100 to get a photo with.
Here's a memory of your regret.
Yeah, and they're just so awkward. It's like you don't get to speak to them because they're moving you. You have people. It's like, okay, you have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. No speaking. Just go stand there, take your picture. Good, move on.
So what's the point at all?
Yeah, it's I don't know. And I wish they would just change the background. If you could change the background, like I would. There are certain places like I would have to pay $100 for somebody. Never done that. I'd paid $40.
Who'd you pay $40 to get a photo with?
George Romero, I think.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think it was about that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He's the creator of Dawn of the Dead director, writer of Dawn of the Dead and a whole slew of zombie movies.
Yeah, and I was okay with that one. I would have rather just paid the $40 and taken a selfie with them because at least that would look like it was a little more genuine.
That's true.
Or like getting any other background than this like strange high school like yearbook photo set or something.
Would you have paid $40 to have a 5-minute conversation?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I probably would have, especially because now he's no longer
Yeah.
on this plane
Yeah.
of existence. But I ended up actually being able to talk to him quite a bit on the weekend that he came. So, because I had volunteered.
That's nice.
That was when I volunteered. And I just like, I wandered around, went to the places I wanted to go to, and somebody who was managing his line had to go to the bathroom.
Nice.
And I was like, well, I'll step in, and I'm just not going to go to the bathroom for 10 hours.
Like, yeah, my only really good comic convention experience. I mean, I guess I had a couple when I was like a teenager and there were nobody at these things. And so it'd be like, hey, can you I think I had him draw like Nightcrawler for me. And we just stood there. I think it was me and my cousin. We just stood there and watched him draw, and it was amazing. And we just had a chit chat with him about like things he likes to draw, things he doesn't like to draw, things he would like to draw. His career a little bit. All very interesting to have a chit chat.
All just drawing.
All
related.
just drawing related. He's a professional drawer.
Did you get the picture after? Or you
Yeah,
just
I kept it. I still have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like draw Nightcrawler. Oh,
No,
you did it. All right, I'm
no.
moving on.
It was like I took a little white piece of cardboard and said, "Hey, do you mind drawing that for me?" And we watched him draw for like 10, 15 minutes, and it was like, "Wow, you drew that so quickly and so nicely." Of course, you're a professional drawer.
It's weird seeing professional drawers draw. They're like 3D printers.
It's incredible.
Only
Like,
they're not printing in 3D. They're just like printers, like regular printers.
except the way their hands move around the page, and you see, it's like, how did you think to draw that part before this part?
I know. It's like, what are you doing? It's all coming together.
Yeah, it's kind
Not
of
the way I
amazing.
would do it.
But the only really good experience I had was with a writer, artist, Canadian as well, Darwin Cook. Always really, really liked his work. And I was getting really bored with the convention. There was like a lineup of people to get him to sign things. I was like, I'm not standing in line just to get him to sign something. And I was leaving, and he went out for a smoke break. So I got to have a chat with him while I was on his smoke break, which I don't know if he loved that it was like, hey, Mr. Cook. But it was nice. He seemed to be friendly about having the chat, and he smiled and like shook my hand and said nice to meet you before he went in.
Yeah.
And he passed away last year. I was quite upset because it was one of the few comic artists I had got to have a conversation with, and I also really love his work. There was like a book coming out that was like, oh man, that's going to be great. And we'll never get to read it.
You're becoming human after all. You got a little bit of emotion seeping through.
We've come full circle. Oh
Yeah.
wow! So Matthew, let's wrap this one up.
Yeah.
What did you think of your burger at Au Boeuf on Notre Dame, 4293 Notre Dame West? Lunchtime special, $16. Salad, fries, soup, dessert, coffee.
Yeah, I know you think it's a special. I guess it kind of is, but I don't
Yes.
find it's that special of a special.
That's a
$16 plus tax and tip. It was about $22
Yeah.
in the end.
$22. That's still good for like a meal that stuffed us.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
was like, considering there was a burger, it was pretty healthy. We had a nice carrot soup. We had a salad. There was a fruit bowl for dessert.
Yeah, I had a lot of melon in mine.
That's not a bad thing.
I'm
Melon
being
and
negative
berries.
on it. If it was $14, you got me.
These are city prices, Matthew. That's the big city dollars.
Nobody was there. We were the only two people there.
That's not the point. They have to have a set price for the menu.
Sure. I guess so. I liked it. It was, okay, the fries. I'm going to start with the fries.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. I put so much salt on them, the salt would not stick to them. They wouldn't seep in. So all the salt I poured on, when I picked up a fry, salt would fall right off.
That is that was the big negative on this entire meal. Honestly, I thought those fries were
Tasteless.
They seemed like McCain's fries. They were just like they seemed like whatever store bought fries.
Yeah, they looked pretty. They looked kind of perfect. And I had to dip them in mayonnaise, and I had to dip them in Hellman's mayonnaise. I felt
Why is this an
degraded.
issue for you? I feel like
Hellmann's
Hellman's is like the gold standard of mayonnaise.
Sebastian, there are two mayonnaise types out there, maybe more, but only two real contenders in the mayonnaise battle. Until you make your,
A mayonnaising. Copyright me.
we'll both be millionaires. I'll have my
right.
IGA millions, and you'll have your $1 million idea millions. But Hellman's and Kraft.
I think I'm holding Hellman's in a special place because I feel like they're most likely to buy the mayonnaising word from me.
Maybe don't sell it to Hellman's. Just wait it out.
You
for
and me,
Kraft.
Hellman's. We'll make a mint.
I think Hellman's might focus a little more on mayonnaise because I don't really know what else they do.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But Kraft, they got their fingers in a lot of pies.
Too many pies.
Yeah, but I think that they know what they're doing when it comes to, because they have Miracle Whip and they have mayonnaise. I know we're talking a lot about mayonnaise. This is not
Let's get to the burger. Let's get to the burger. Yeah,
podcast. But I'm going to just tell you for the record, Kraft mayonnaise all the way. Hellman's, I'll use it if I have to.
Okay.
Salad, fine. No tomatoes. I thought it looked pretty. Kind of looked like a little dessert.
Because of the dressing. There was
dressing.
some ranch dressing or something on it.
Yes. It was really good. But the burger itself, Sebastian, the bun, everything was so perfect about this. It was a tight little burger.
Picturesque.
Yeah, very, very nice. And
I took a picture of it even.
You did.
You can see it on our Instagram at Burger Edition. Plugging away.
It was a kind of juicy burger, like a lot of drips. When you took a bite out of it, it kind of looked like you had left a little fountain on. It was pouring through, but it's fine.
I think that was the juicy tomato, honestly.
Yeah, and I was able to keep my hands dry when I ate it, and it wasn't that bad. It had a little bit of a spice to it, a little bit of some kind of orangey sauce that I think enjoyed.
It was a spicy mayonnaise.
Yeah, probably. It's usually what it is.
Probably a spicy Hellman's.
Gross. But I'm going to go dive right into the patty here.
Let's go.
Did it taste to you a little bloody? Like a little bit like iron?
Now that you mention it, I suppose so. Like it did have that sort of taste to it. And it wasn't just salty. It did taste like very rich.
Yeah.
In I don't want to say blood, but like it...
Iron.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
There was a little something there, and it kind of threw me... It made me a little sick.
Really?
Not really, not physically sick, but in my mind, I was like, this is too close to...
But it wasn't like it was raw. It was cooked properly.
It was cooked, yeah. It tasted so fresh. I don't know. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It reminded me too much of eating an animal.
To me, it seemed like there were some spices in the patty mix that gave it a flavorfulness. I wouldn't say iron necessarily, but it had this sort of...
I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah, it's got this aspect to it that it's not... It doesn't taste like a boring patty. It is flavorful, but it also has the same sort of...
Yeah, I'm not sucking out a bunch of pennies or anything. This is not that burger.
But it has a similar taste to like a medium or less done steak where there's that sort of bloodiness to it.
Yeah. I mean, the patty itself wasn't anything remarkable. It
wasn't especially thick.
It wasn't. It was just a pretty thin one, pretty squished down, I'd say. But the whole thing together complemented real well.
Lettuce, tomato, onion,
bacon,
pickle, and bacon.
Yeah.
And yours minus no tomato, yeah.
And I ate the whole thing, and I enjoyed the whole thing. Should I rate it, or should I let you describe your experience with this burger?
I mean, you kind of covered it. The bun was quite good. It had a little sweetness to the bun. Yeah. It was firm, not oily. Maybe the slightest bit of toast on the bun.
Yeah.
Like maybe they just put it down on the grill to warm it up a little bit and it just got a little bit of toastiness.
Okay.
I very much appreciated all the toppings on it. It was a well-balanced burger. I think like a cheeseburger. Oh, and it had cheese. It had like a Kraft or an American cheese or just a nice thin slice of cheddar. This is a classic kind of burger. This is what you want when you say I feel like a cheeseburger normally. Maybe a little thicker patty if it were me. Maybe like a double patty.
Yeah.
Usually I'm not down for a double patty because usually it's too much. In this case, it might have been real good. But yeah, the toppings were all good. The spicy mayo was good. The bun, that little bit of sweetness, helped balance the whole thing. We had a little spice, a little sweetness, a little fresh, a little dill, the taste of pennies. Bacon, that sort of irony taste, but I thought it was a well-balanced burger. Matthew, are you ready to score this burger?
Yeah, I am ready.
Let's do it. Go do what?
My burger rating for what was the name of this place?
Au Boeuf.
My burger rating for Au Boeuf, 7.
Oh, okay.
Just like that. No points. Nothing to complicate.
That's just good. You seemed quite enthused about this burger. I thought you were going to rate it more than just good.
I was thinking about a 7.5, but there were certain things like the blood taste, man.
You don't like the blood taste?
I should backtrack here because saying the blood taste is not going to make anybody want to go and eat there. And I think you should. I don't think it is like you're not biting into a blood
Especially
burger.
at lunch.
It's a I'd say 2%